all, 4-Player Squad Gaming here, and this is our Final Fantasy XIV Trial Guide series. Well done, Challenger, for making it this far. The Mithril Cup continues here atop the Dragon's Neck. This level 50 trial is part of the Hildebrand questline and is featured during the quest, the Colosseum Conundrum. This 8-player party trial also offers 15 tonestones of poetics at the time of recording. So without further ado, let's join the ring with Ultros and Typhon. We can start this fight as normal, with the main tank gaining enmity of Ultros and the off tank gaining enmity of Typhon. Both have unique abilities and play a different role in this fight. Typhon will use a lot of air and gas type abilities, gross I know, and Ultros will use water and thunder. In the first phase, Ultros will use Mega Bolt, a large point blank circular AoE that can easily be avoided, and AQUA Breath. This frontal cone AoE has no indicator and deals minimal damage, however it is very important to the fight. I will explain this more later. Typhon's first phase abilities are limited also. He will use a tank buster called Grind, a frontal knockback called Fungal, and a rear cone AoE knockback called Fungal, with 2 H's, just because. An important mechanic to mention from the off is that if the whole party is knocked out of the arena, you will forfeit the duty and will wipe. Being knocked out of the arena will stun you for 5 seconds. Simply jump in and rejoin the fight after the stun ends. The focus should be split between both Typhon and Ultros. They can balance out their HP if the difference between them is too great. You can, however, focus one and treat both of their HP bars as the same. The aim here is to position Typhon in the centre of the arena to avoid being pushed off the platform, and position Ultros somewhere away from the AoE caused by Typhon's knockback. So back to AQUA Breath. This mechanic is important and if done incorrectly will cause a party wipe. Once the DPS players are all turned into imps, they need to be hit by AQUA Breath and build up stacks of Wet Plate. Wet Plate is needed to knock Typhon out of his main ability, Severe Snore. This will knock back the whole party off the platform and therefore wiping the duty. Imp Punch must be used on Typhon and 8 stacks of Wet Plate are required to cancel the big ol' sneeze. This means 2 stacks of Wet Plate each per DPS. If done correctly, the cast will end and we can continue. However, here is a helpful tip. If you know you don't have 8 stacks and can't cancel the cast, simply wait until just before the cast of Severe Snore and jump out of the arena. If timed correctly, you can jump back in after the cast and stop the duty from failing. Neat trick, but tricky to do. The next phase is slightly trickier. Typhon will use Snort Salt, a frontal and rear cone AoE that rotates around the arena counterclockwise. You need to avoid this ability and kite Ultros in the safe zone as shown, whilst also getting stacks of Wet Plate for the DPS. This is in preparation for the next Severe Snore. It is recommended here that if you do not have the 8 stacks of Wet Plate required, you can use Arm's Length or Shorecast to prevent the knockback and ensure the fight continues. Be mindful of Ultros' ability 4 tons weight in this phase, as it can stun you and then you can be knocked off the platform. Typhon will also use a circular AoE called Fireball. Simply dodge this as necessary. The mechanics simply repeat from this point onwards. Before long, both Ultros and Typhon are down, and this round of the cup goes to you. And there you have it, the Dragon's Neck is complete. Remember to commemorate the player you believe deserves it most and pick up your loot. We give this trial a difficulty rating 2 out of 5 swords. Though the knockout mechanic can be annoying, it can easily be managed and cancelled altogether. Remember to pick up the wind-up Ultros minion from the chest. No Typhon, I'm afraid, but after seeing his gas, we can be pretty glad of that. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. We are 4-Player Squad Gaming. Thanks for watching.